Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22, as we continue our BallySprings start from scratch, start from nothing, start from almost... I haven't decided. It's all of the above, honestly. This is our save where we started with basically no equipment. Literally the equipment we see on this field right now. A harvester, well, not this header, but a different header, and the truck and the trailer. Now, we have bought one header, I guess, so not technically started with everything we've got on this field. But mostly everything we've got on this field. And then we had $0 to our name. And we have worked up enough to buy another header, as you can see, obviously a corn header. We also have repaired our, at least our harvester a little bit. And we have, got 10,000 bucks to our name at the moment. So things are going mostly okay, although, I mean, slowly. I mean, we knew it was going to be slow. No big deal, but we're about to be done with this contract. This is a very, very important contract for us. And the reason this is an important contract for us is this is our third contract with Mr. what's it, Tom Donald or Tom McKnight? I can't remember. Let's see. Tom McKnight here. So this will be our third contract with him, which opens up the ability to start leasing equipment from him. And the reason that's important is because we have no more harvesting contracts for him, but he's got several baling contracts available because he owns all of this land in this little kind of area over here. And as you can see, there are several grass fields in this area. We don't have baling equipment currently. That's something we're working towards. But the fact that we can start leasing his baling equipment means we can do those very lucrative contracts and start making quite a bit more money than we are making from just the harvesting contracts alone. A little bit low on gas, but we just finished this field just in time. We will take this harvester over to the store to pick up our other header, and on the way there we will obviously pick up some more fuel. But before we do that, let's go get this corn dropped off, get this contract finished, and kind of go from there. We do want to finish field 136 before we start any more contracts, because we will take a penalty if we do not finish it today. So we don't want to take any sort of penalties if we can help it. There might be a point where there's a strategic reason to take a penalty, but I can't imagine that that's the case. If we have to strategically take a penalty, that just means that we should not have taken that many contracts. And, the only reason it's called, that would be a strategic decision there is that we only have enough time for one of two contracts, and, we pick the one that's better for us, right? But yeah, in that case, we should have just not taken the second contract. So the solution to that is just be more careful with the contracts that we take. Make sure that we're only taking contracts that we know we can finish in the time that we have left, and kind of go from there. There is a slim chance that we could make enough money from all the baling contracts today to buy something. Buy maybe a tractor. Honestly, it's not impossible to think about. I mean, we're going to get, 5,000 bucks between these two contracts that we got here, right? So that gets us up to 15,000. And then if we go look at just Tom's contracts alone, which I think start around 47. So that's 10,000 bucks. That's basically that's 20,000 bucks right there. I mean, even leasing the equipment's not going to be that bad. I like his picture. So I guess he's only got 3. That's basically almost 30,000 bucks. Actually, probably it could be as much as 35,000 bucks because we will be able to sell the bales that we don't use. So that's 35,000 bucks right there just from those 3. That puts us up to 50,000 bucks. Okay, that's not quite enough to buy a tractor, but we got one very used. There are some tractors we would be able to find, that are fairly used, small tractors that would fall under that $50,000 mark. But more than likely, what we're going to want to do is save a little bit more and get us a slightly better tractor. Or also, we can't control what tractors show up in the used lot anyway. I think the current tractor is 100,000 bucks. We'll take a look here. Let's see. 106. So yeah, we'd be about halfway there at least. That's something. So maybe not quite enough today. There's our 50% discount on his fields, on Tom McKnight's fields. That is pretty big. And we will go ahead and turn in this contract. There's no reason to hold on to it. Completed. Collect. Actually, we're going to get a little bit more than 15,000 bucks between the two contracts. We get almost 20,000 bucks between the two. I guess we'll get the harvester moved over first. Let me just park this guy off out of the way. You know, just for all the other farmers that are running around on this map, just to make sure they can get to the drop off. All right, go something like that. Let's get you headed back to the store. Pick up our other header. And we'll have to come back this way, won't we? Because I think the other one's just south of us. Yeah, it's actually right here. So it's actually not that far from the store. I don't know if there's any value in repairing as we go. Like, since we're already going to be back at the store anyway, going ahead and repairing up. I don't think there's a negative. Although, I mean, there could be I honestly don't know. I genuinely don't know. Is there a thing where if you repair X number of times, that's what actually increases the damage that you take? Or the, you know, whatever? I don't think that's the case. I think the damage just continues as you go forward anyway. Now, obviously, as the equipment gets older, I think it does take more and more damage. But I think it's an age thing, not a... I repaired every 5%. That, you know, like it got 5% down, I repaired. Got 5% down, I repaired. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I could be wrong. If you guys know any different, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure the only factor is really truly just the age and kind of the number of hours we put onto a piece of equipment. So we could go ahead and go repair right now, just to make sure we're just topped off and getting the maximum yield we can from each of these fields that we're doing. At some point, there will be a time where we might seriously consider selling this harvester. Because if we switch over to baling almost entirely, then... I mean, will we really need the harvester anymore? I don't know. I really need to think about that one. I think we'll keep the pickup truck for quite some time. At least until it gets to the point where it just can't pull what we need to pull with it, you know? Are you seriously just going to cross the road? It's called jaywalking, buddy. Jaywalking. Crosswalk is right here. Right, get some more fuel. Start with that. You guys just gonna phase through my tractor, huh? It's a very spooky, scary town. I think these, you know what? I think the reason we see so many people is that these are all ghosts. None of these people actually exist. All right, let's see here. It's only less than $1,000 to repair. I think that's perfect. 52 bucks to repair the header. We might as well. That's not bad at all. ahead and get our equipment cleaned up while we're over here. Oh, hit the wrong button. Looking pretty good. All right, cool. I like it. Let's go. Obviously, this is our slightly wider header. Maybe a little more careful. Actually starting to wonder if we could even use a bigger harvester on any of these fields. I feel like this might be just about the biggest harvester that fits for this map, you know? There might be like one or two, like the Rostelmash, I think it's slightly bigger than this. If it has a header that's small enough, it might work, something like that, but we're not gonna be able to go super big. I don't think that's gonna work. Soybeans. I think this is our first time to do soybeans, right? Yeah. I get as much of this field done as we can before it starts raining here in a moment. Now the rain might mess up all my plans of getting a bunch of baling contracts done today, you know? I say that. I know rain affects harvesting. I can't remember if rain affects mowing suddenly. I think it does, but I just don't remember all of a sudden. I know I've asked that question before in one of my series, and I have also answered that question before in one of my series, but it's been a while, and I don't remember what that answer was. I mean, we'll find out. Obviously, if we get to a mowing one, and we start to mow, it'll tell us very quickly. Now, when we do the leasing the equipment for the mowing contracts, I think we'll have to lease equipment for each one individually. I'm pretty sure, like the tractor, I know you could use on any field you want because the tractor is just kind of a, it's not the tool itself that's doing all the cutting or the baling or anything like that, right? But I think the individual like mowers and the balers, like I said, things like that would have to be unique for each contract. So what I mean by that is that, yeah, we might be able to share the same tractor across all of them, but we're going to have to get the different mowers from each one anyway, so we're just going to lease each one's equipment individually. Now, we might, like from a tractor standpoint, we might be able to lease a couple different contracts of equipment and then just use the same tractor because, I mean, maybe it's a better tractor or something like that, you know? We might like that tractor better and then just be able to hook up all the other equipment to it before we turn those in. It's something like that. Or if one has, and I suspect actually if one has a baling trailer, a bale trailer, as opposed to the little forks that we put on the front, we could probably use the bale trailer as long as the bales themselves match up between two different contracts. Because obviously once you get to the point of baling, it's the same thing as a trailer. You're not going to, the contract's not going to know, you know, that that's not allowed to be used on that field, right? Now, it'd be nice if we did all like the Tom McKnight ones, if we could just lease it once and use his equipment on all of his fields. But I'm pretty sure that is not how that works. All right, there's our first lap. I will keep going. I'll bring you guys back when we drop off or get ready to drop off our first load. All right, just finished up our first load. So we'll get this loaded up, hauled off to the market. Looks like this will be at least 2 loads and maybe a little bit extra. Don't think we'll get to the baling contracts today, or at least if we do, we'll maybe just get started. We'll have to see. We'll have to repair the truck at some point, but we got a little time. I'm not sure what I just bumped on. Must have been a curb or something. Right about the time we finish this contract, we will be rolled over to a new hour. So I'll be able to take a look at anything new that comes up then. I mean, hopefully we don't lose any of the grass contracts, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to... Well, we are going to finish this one in time. But again, it's the rain. I don't know how long the rain's going to last, so I don't want to pick up any new contracts until we know for sure that we're not going to bump into the rain. Look, loving the fall colors that we're seeing. That's pretty cool. I mean, I know we've seen it in the game before, but we don't usually have trees kind of this overhanging the road, you know, and so it just feels like it's more present, if you will, than it has been on maps in the past. Almost halfway done with the contract itself, though. That's good. What is this little information box over here? I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, sell wood. Makes sense. All right, I'll get back over to the field and finish that up. And I'll bring you guys back up when we're ready to turn it in. All right, just finishing up the last little bit here, and contract's already done because we got enough from that last load that we just turned in to finish the contract. So all of this is our soybeans. Want to get these unloaded. Find a place to park my harvester because I don't think we're going to be doing a harvesting contract right away. We'll just park it off over here to the side. Cool. All right, let's get you dropped off. I guess we can figure out where it would be best profited. Might as well. Looks like let's sell everything, which is where we've been dropping off anyway. Price is starting to drop, but that's okay. We'll get there pretty quickly. We'll get about almost 700 bucks from all of this. Rain has not come yet, so we should be able to start one of the baling contracts here in just a moment. Probably going to start with whichever one just looks like it's got the best equipment. Just in case we do lose the other ones. I'd rather start with one that's got good equipment on it and then just be comfortable while we're doing it, just in case, yeah, things change as we progress. Like, for example, if one's got a baling trailer, which I don't think any of them did, but we'll take another look at it here in a moment. We won't actually need the truck for a little bit as well, because, well, we could use the truck. No, I'm sorry. If it has a trailer, yes, we can use the truck. If it has just the forks to be able to pull bales around, then we will have to just use the tractor for that, which is fine. Although I guess we could throw stuff in the back of the truck. Nice. Almost 700 bucks. And we actually got a little bit from the last load as well. So I think it's close to $1,000 total from all of it, which is nice. Just going to park the... You know what? I'm just going to pull the pickup back here out of the way. We'll come back to it if we need it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and turn that contract in. And then decide which baling contract we're going to use. I was going to say I saw 2 harvesting contracts, but I forgot. Yeah, 1 soybeans, 1 potatoes. So many billing contracts. All right, collect that. And we're going to go down to Mr. McKnight. There are 3. So this one's got a decent tractor. Mower's okay. The windrower looks good. It does have a baler, so this one is a baling contract. Or not a baler, silage contract. It does have the forks for the front and the back of the tractor. This one's actually got that little truck, which is interesting. It's also a silage. This one is not silage. This one's actually hay because it's got a tedder. Honestly, I think we start with probably the cheapest here, 54, because it is actually like the equipment on that one better than the other ones, most like pretty much. No, it's not entirely true. I mean, they're all about the same. We'll just start with this one. It will be fine, and we will borrow items. Hopefully this works. It does. Good. And which does mean we accept the contract already, so we are good to go. So let's get started on this one. Could have the truck help pull some of this stuff over to the field for me. Some of it. I think it could pull the baler. Or the wrapper, I mean. And it could pull the... Yeah, it could pull the baler. It can't pull these other ones because of the shape of the hookups. Interesting little tractor. It's got connections for dualies on the back, but does not have the second tires right now. Wow. It actually feels kind of good to be in a tractor for the first time in this run. Actually, not sure we get to this field. This actually is a pretty small field. Looks like right here. Perfect. All right, let's get started. The thing about grass is it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get as much as we can. Gonna back up a little bit here and just make sure we get right along this edge. This mower kicks out to the, well, left side as I'm facing right now, but the right side of the tractor. All right, let's see here. Unfold mower. It's a little bit off center there. And then unfold the front mower. Turn on front mower. Turn on back mower. Out and then lower. All right, let's go. Wait, is this not working? Oh, it must not get the outer edge here. I mean, I'm going to run an outer edge just because it's not going to be a problem. It'll get what it can, and then whatever it doesn't get, it's fine. We'll kind of go in from there. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. We'll try to get it pretty good. You know, I'm not a huge fan of this off-kilter mower, to be honest. I like the ones where they're evenly spread across the back and attached to the tractor itself. But this will work. It's not getting all of this. Getting bits and pieces. Once we bring the windrower over it, it'll collect all the bits and pieces that we missed and pull them back to the middle again, so it'll be fine. Another good thing about mowing, I mean, obviously there are more steps to mowing, but the mowing itself is quite quick. I may have to bring just the front part of the mower back over some sections just to kind of get this cleaned up a bit. I'm not doing a very good job, as you can tell. Feels good to be on mowing, though. We know that these are going to be good money. I'm not doing a very good job on the corners. It'd probably be better if I went the other direction and pulled that rear mower with us, actually. Might turn around up here and see what that does for us. Still didn't do a great job, but I think this will be better. Mostly because I was trying to get both of those pieces I missed at the same time, which is not really going to work. We'll get one and then we'll get the other. It's not very good at using this, this mowing attachment. It's all right. We'll clean it up in a minute. I'm actually going to leave this little... Well, I'll take it back to the front here. We'll leave the mower attachment off to the side, and we'll just come clean this up with the front. Get this last big patch here. Not that we have to get every blade of grass, but it's not going to take that long just to clean up this little bit. And then we'll be good to go with the, I guess the windrower would be next. Yeah, because we're not tedding this, so windrower next, then baler, and I guess the wrapper's separate. All right, looks like now this will work. Cool. All right, let us turn it off. Hold the mower. We can just leave this over here. We don't need to take this back to the shop because we're not going to be using this again. Set it off to the side. It'll turn in once we turn in the contract. All right, there we go. And that is going to be it for this episode. We have started our baling contracts, which is obviously going to be a good chunk of money. I mean, again, lots of steps, so it will take us a while, but the money itself is good. The fact that we've already finished the mowing does mean that the rain won't affect this. In fact, what we might want to do is go ahead and pick up the other two contracts, get them mowed real quick, just in case. Again, I didn't remember if the rain matters or not. Just in case, get them mowed off, and then we can do all the other steps, and we should have time to do those all today, just these three contracts for sure. We'll do all that next episode. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy that we're starting with these already. It's going to be a good day for us, good profitable day for us. And then tomorrow, hopefully we get some more contracts tomorrow and kind of keep going. We're in business, guys. This is good stuff. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.